Oh, bro, you gotta get oh man, but then also with this, it's like, oh, I never.
Hello, hello. Buenas tardes. Good afternoon, everyone. There you go. Buenas tardes. This microphone is really loud. So welcome everybody to the Newark Public Library. Antes de empezar, just make sure that you all know the bathrooms are open and located near that back door. And if anybody parked in the lot on Bridge Street, they close at 5 o'clock sharp. They do not open Sunday, no abren los domingos. If you're not there by 5, tiene que esperar hasta el lunes, right? So let's make sure that we do not leave our cars there. And it has happened, and why I make it a point to make sure and let everybody know. On behalf of the Newark Public Library Board of Trustees, our director, Christian Zabriskie, on behalf of Ingrid Betancourt, who sends her regards to you all, she's not feeling well today and is unable to join us. Welcome everybody to the Newark Public Library. My name is Yesenia Lopez, and I am the director, yes, of the New Jersey Hispanic Research and Information Center here at the Newark Public Library. And the NJHRIC is not just HRIC. It has 3 divisions actually, and my role as director is to oversee the 3 divisions of the NJHRIC. And that consists of La Sala Ibero-Americana. Some of you might be familiar with it. But if you are not, we are located on the first floor en la Sala Ibero-Americana, es nuestro cuarto. Es el salón donde vamos a conseguir una de las colecciones más grandes de libros en español en el estado de New Jersey, right? Yes. We also have computers configured in Spanish as our patrons who come in and need those resources, they need to understand the computer and the language that they're used to. We also have wonderful staff who is always going to greet you with a smile bilingually, right? So that you could come in there and ask the questions that you need in the language that you're comfortable with. So La Sala Ibero-Americana also includes, the HRIC also includes the Hispanic Reference Collection. And our Hispanic Reference Collection is where we have oral histories and where we document the histories of all Latinos in New Jersey by way of oral histories, newspaper collections. We have a full run of La Tribuna newspaper. We have a full run of El Coqui, a local paper here in Newark. When Irving Linares decided to close shop and end his 30-year run, he called on the HRIC and said, I have all this stuff and I don't want it to go to waste, right? So we marched right in and made sure to collect all that, and it's slowly being digitized for everybody as well. But that's where we also have a bilingual book collection that is made up of books by and about New Jersey Latinos. So please make sure to check out the resources in the Hispanic Reference Collection. And we also have our 3rd division, the one that I call my baby. It's how I got involved with the HRIC, and that's El Archivo de la Comunidad Puertorriqueña. So we also have the Puerto Rican Community Archive, and that's where I started. And the Puerto Rican Community Archive documents the history of Puerto Ricans throughout the state of New Jersey. We have archival collections there on all topics: education, agriculture, organizing, and so on. And those are slowly also being digitized and available on our digital site. So those are the 3 divisions that I oversee daily, but that's not enough for me to do. So I'm also in charge of coordinating Latino programming here, like today's program. And so with our Latino programming, we not only celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, we have programs all year round. Some of us in the audience actually are frequent members of this Latino programming, and I hope that you all will now become frequent members as well. And I just want to share a couple of examples. We have, en colaboración con el Departamento de Referencia, ofreciendo un series de programas con la Oficina de Patentes y Marcas de los Estados Unidos. We are coordinating in coordination with the Reference Department, a series of programs with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, para que aprenden cómo proteger sus productos, logos, ideas, trabajos creativos e inventos. That's happening los jueves, empezando a las 7:15, the Spanish one. And you can register and join on Zoom, or you can register and come to the library in person. So if you don't have access to Zoom, it's okay. We'll Zoom it for you. Just come here to learn about those. And in January, hold up, you all want to hear this. In January, we're partnering with Coquito Masters to bring back the Coquito making competition. ¿A quién le gusta Coquito aquí? Yes. We have not had one since COVID, so this is really, really exciting. We're bringing it back in January, so stay tuned for that. And also in January, we're collaborating with this group, Latinos Cabana Acción, where we're going to be kicking off a monthly film series where we feature Latinos in film, be it producing, acting, directing, and so on. So stay tuned to our social media for more information about those programs. And soon after this Latino celebration, I tell you, I just can't get enough. Soon after this Latino celebration, we're going to be hosting our another Celebramos Juntos la Navidad. This is scheduled for December 9th, and that's una celebración de los diferentes y similares maneras que las comunidades latinos celebran los Navidades. We have an exhibit with different countries celebrating or decorating the tables outside with how we celebrate Christmas, different performers, different food. It gets crowded even more than this. So make sure you stop by for that one as well on December 9th. That's just to name a few of the programs that I've coordinated and will be coordinating. So like I said, make sure you stay tuned. Our Instagram and Facebook, you can find us at NJHRIC and NJHRIC. So you can stay up to date with all of that. Now, today, when most places are closing out their Hispanic Heritage Month celebrations, the NJHRIC is only halfway through. So yes, that's right. Where most places celebrate for a month, it's just not enough for us. We got too much to offer. So we're celebrating all the way through November. And I just mentioned we're coming back in December and then in January. Yes. So each year we kick off the celebration in conjunction with Hispanic Heritage Month with an exhibit. If you all came, well, you all passed the exhibit in the second floor gallery on the way in. But this year's exhibit and series of programs is always based on a different theme. And this year's theme is Images Sin Palabras. That's images without words. And in addition to this year's Latino Celebration exhibit, we partnered with Rutgers University to bring an interactive multimedia exhibit called A Feeling of Itself. And that's located in the walkway to the reference department. Go by, scan the QR code, and you get to listen to bits of the interview from the people on the images on the wall. So make sure we check that out too. And still to come, right, is the rest of our Latino celebration programming. So, por ejemplo, el día 19, este jueves, vamos a tener el evento Capturando Imágenes con tu celular, right? So, who in here pays way too much money for their cell phone? Their cell phones are worth so much money, and every day and every year they're coming out with a new model and a new model, right? And every time they come out with a new model, for me, the only difference is a better camera. But who uses the settings on their cameras? my camera is always set to manual or auto. I don't know anything about it, right? So we pay all this money for these cell phones, but we don't really know how to use the features on there. So for Thursday, I've invited photographer Devin Nunez to offer a workshop. Va a ofrecer un taller sobre cómo usar los mejores o cómo usar la cámara de su celular. So please come back on Thursday, get a little lesson on basic photography with your cell phone. We also have la famosa autora Esmeralda Santiago coming in October 25th. Some of you might have heard of the book When I Was Puerto Rican, but Esmeralda Santiago has printed or published many more books, and the latest one is called Las Madres. So please come back the following week on October 25th for the program with Esmeralda Santiago. And then we have on November 4th, a program, Imagery and Film, where we get to watch the short film, Hasta Domingo Soy Gringo. And our host, Michelle Narvaez, will interview the film director, Daniel Navarro. And then, now we get to close out the celebration at the Newark Public Library on November 9th. And November 9th is gonna be a special program called Imagery and Poetics, where we're gonna have our poet, Dimitri Reyes, performing his work from his latest publication called Papi Pichon. But wait, because he'll be performing alongside Los Bravos del Sabor, a band of cuatro players. Who likes Pibaro music, cuatro players? Yes, give me a hand clap. Because wait, we have Brandon right here. You all get a sneak peek of his performance on November 9th. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce today's performers who I personally love rocking with you guys, and I appreciate you all. And I actually have a little gift for you. It's a book from our last program, called Paloma's Song for Puerto Rico, authored by Adriana Erin Rivera. We had a program on September 30th where we got to promote her book, and I made sure to grab a copy so that you all can have and add to your collection. Absolutely. So please welcome this Jersey City-based percussion and dance ensemble that performs authentic bomba en plena, the drum music of Puerto Rico, established by Juan Cartagena and Annette Hernandez, who, by the way, is celebrating their 30th anniversary. Give it up for that. 30 years of Segunda Quimbamba. 40 years. There you go. 40 years married and 34 years of Segunda Quimbamba. Thank you, Juan. He needs a better introduction to that. Hand clap. Let's give it up for Segunda Quimbamba. Vamos a bailar, vamos a echar música. Yes.
Ahí dice un coro.
To march.
Coro. ¿Se puede? So as you can see, we are super proud to be with you today, and we are very happy to be back at the Newark Public Library. Thank you, Yesenia, for inviting us again.
Public library. It's a special place, la biblioteca, ¿verdad? The library is very special. I know growing up, that was I guess a sanctuary for me in Bethlehem, where I grew up. And I know that it is for a lot of people. It's a place where we can feel safe. It's a place where we can learn. La biblioteca es un sitio donde uno se puede sentir seguro y siempre puede aprender algo nuevo. Y también compartir con otros, siempre en comunidad. Quiero darle las gracias a Yesenia por la oportunidad de estar aquí hoy junto con ustedes para celebrar Hispanic Heritage Month. Thank you for this honor Thank you for welcoming Segunda Quimbamba. This is like, Juan gave birth. Then we had a teenager, Quimbamba. I was talking about the organization, la organización. Como que le vino de él. Pues fue, joven, ahora un teenager, ahora nos creció a un adulto completo y ahora ellos lo van a seguir. Nosotros vamos también siempre a trabajar en esto. Eso nunca va a cambiar, pero seguro que ellos lo van a seguir. Me le dan un aplauso al futuro. Estas plenas que se van a tocar ahora son de bailar. Ok, toitos podemos venir aquí y bailar juntos. Vale.
So one more, this mic is wonderful, by the way. I'm gonna take it home. Otra palabrita. I know that the theme of your exhibit today is imagery of dance and music. So when I learned that that was your theme, I was able to share a lot of the images that we have in our archives. So what you're seeing on these screens, a lot of images of Quimbamba over the years, but also images of a lot of the incredible beauty and richness of the music of Puerto Rico. La danza puertorriqueña. La música jíbara de Puerto Rico. La plena de Puerto Rico. Y la bomba. So the images are interspersed, and we hope you enjoy them as we also play. Our first song is by Roberto Cipriani, who was really well done and popularized by a group called Los Pleneros de la 23 Abajo from Puerto Rico, y se llama La Empalizá. En la paliza, allí la besé. En la paliza, la besé. En la paliza, allí la besé. En la paliza.
En la palita, ahí la besé, en la palita, en la palita, ahí la besé, la palita.
En la paliza, la besé. En la paliza, a doblar la esquina, la pude besar. Pero un beso, una caricia no me dijo nada. A doblar la esquina, en la palita, oye.
En la palita, ahí la besé, la palita. En la palita, la besé, la palita. Ahí la besé, la palita.
Me esperaba, todos los días tuvo que pasar. Antes de dar ropa en el fondo de atrás. Me esperaba, todos los días tuvo que pasar. Antes de dar ropa en el fondo de atrás. Oye.
En la palita, ahí la besé, la palita. En la palita, la besé, en la palita. Ahí la besé, palita.
en la pálida, en la pálida, allí la besé, en la pálida, en la pálida, la besé, en la pálida, allí la besé, en la pálida.
En la paliza, en la paliza, ay, a ver, la paliza, en la paliza, la besé, en la paliza, ay, la besé, paliza,
La pitaba, me escondía y no pudo ver. Yo le decía, mamacita, cosas bien de mi vida y no la besé. Me pintaba, me escondía y no me pudo ver. Yo decía, mamacita, cosas bien de mi vida y yo la besé.
en la paliza, en la paliza, ay, la besé, en la paliza. En la paliza, la besé, en la paliza. Ay, la besé, en la paliza.
Yo sé que ustedes van a conocer muchas de estas canciones que me van a tocar ahora. Es un medley de canciones de los tiempos de antes, la cual siempre nosotros gozamos porque nos hacen reír, nos hacen reír hasta hoy día. These songs that we're going to do next are traditional songs. Two of them are traditional to the point that they're like unattributable to any particular author or composer. But the last one is by Rafael Cepeda. You're going to recognize that one too. But the first one is Cuando las Mujeres. And the second one is Temporal. And the third one is Elena, El Bombón de Elena. So, estamos, ¿se puede? Cuando las mujeres quieren a los hombres, desde cuatro velas y se la ponen por los rincones.
Cuando las mujeres, cuando velas,
Pues son esos libros que le llaman de conexiones, van a la cocina y hacen sus oraciones.
mujeres, cuando velas,
Me echan huesos de puerco, agua florida también me ponen. Y se ve la comida, ten cuidado con estos hombres.
las mujeres, cuatro velas, se ponen las ponen.
Con pelos calzoncillos, los pantalones. Ay, querida Merida, que cuidado con esos hombres.
Las mujeres, era un hombre. Pero cuatro velas, se lo ponen, no ponen.
Cuando las mujeres quieren a los hombres, venden cuatro velas y se la ponen por los rincones.
Cuando las mujeres quieren a un hombre. Pero cuatro velas,
Temporal, temporal, ahora viene temporal, temporal, ahora viene temporal. Ese es el mismo rinque cuando viene temporal. Ese es el de Puerto Rico cuando venga temporal.
temporal, temporal. Temporal, temporal.
Puerto Rico cuando llegue temporal. Elena toma bombón, toma bombón, Elena. Elena toma bombón, toma bombón, Elena.
Elena toma bombón, Elena toma bombón.
Yo no traigo de limón, también traigo de candela, porque Elena toma bombón, toma bombón, Elena.
Elena toma bombón. Elena toma bombón.
Elena, yo te caigo bombón, toma bombón, Elena.
Elena toma bombón.
En la calle de la casa morena estaban bailando plena, bailando la feliz, la rica plena de Elena.
Elena toma bombón. Elena toma bombón.
Elena toma bombón, bombón, toma bombón, Elena. Elena toma bombón, toma bombón, Elena.
Elena toma bombón. Elena toma bombón. Elena toma bombón. Elena toma bombón.
Bueno, yo creo que ya saben lo básico del paso, ¿verdad? De plena, algunos de ustedes, yo estoy segura que ya lo saben. Pero si te fijaste, es para el lado, boom, boom, ok, ahí. Y después, para atrás, para atrás. Ok, entonces hay otro. ¿Cuál es la canción? El cuarto de Tula.
Y Candela es. Nuestra próxima selección es una combinación de ritmos, melodías que son súper populares en la isla de Cuba y también en la isla de Puerto Rico. La primera canción es El cuarto de Tula de Luis Marchetti y la segunda canción que la combinamos es con la canción de Rafael Cepeda, Candela es.
Ay, mamá, ¿qué pasó? Tengo yo candela, me quedo solita y no apago la
Vengo yo candela, se quedó dormida y no apagó la vela.
cuarto de cuna, tengo yo candela, se quedó dormida y no apagó la vela.
Una
para acá. Ven para acá para la ciudad, ven para acá para la ciudad. Ven para acá para gozar.
Se quedó candela, se quedó dormida y no apagó la vela.
Ay, cobertura.
Se quedó candela, se quedó dormida y no apagó la vela. El cuarto de cuna, se quedó candela, se quedó dormida y no apagó la vela. Se quedó candela, se quedó dormida y no apagó la vela. El cuarto de tu plan se quedó candela, se quedó dormida y no apagó la vela.
Atenta y nada más. Atenta y negrita, cuando sale a bailar.
Candela, 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 negrita, cuando
Atenta y negrita, cuando sale a bailar.
candela, candela, negrita, cuando sale a bailar.
Una ventana. Ven para acá para infanciar, ven para acá para gozar. Ven para acá para
Candela, mi negrita, cuando sale a bailar. Candela, candela, mi negrita, cuando sale a bailar. ¡Uepa!
Thank you to all the dancers. Gracias a los bailarines. No se ha acabado, ¿verdad? Bailarines, hay bomba, ¿ok? Viene por ahí. ¿Ok? Te estoy velando.
Allá. How's everybody doing? All right. Let's give a big hand to the people who prepared the food. A la gente de la cocina. Gracias por la comida. So, I had a very good question right before we started the show. And the question was, are we going to do anything or present or at least talk in English? And I said, of course we are. And because we always do. I didn't plan for us to sing a verse in English. I did plan to sing a verse in English, but it wasn't the reason I said yes. I said yes to the question because at the end of the day, there's so many people in the Puerto Rican diaspora who dominate English. And they're learning Spanish. But if they're pushed, like really tested, they basically dominate English only. And they learn Spanish, and the same Spanish that, you grow up as a child and you talk to your grandmother and you ask for a plate of food. You know how to say arroz con habichuelas in español. And you know how to say comida in español. You know how to say certain things, catchwords, right? Obviously, when you get to an adolescent, you know how to curse in español. But maybe they won't even wait that long, but cuss words are universal, right? Everyone learns them pretty quickly. Here's the bottom line. As much as we sing in Spanish, as much as we love Spanish, as much as Spanish is the language of our ancestors, at least the ancestors that we can go trace back for only about 400, 500 years, because the rest of our ancestors didn't speak Spanish either, then the fact that you don't speak Spanish doesn't necessarily mean you're not Puerto Rican. And that's the point. What makes you Puerto Rican is a lot more than the language that you speak. It's how you hold the values that we keep holding in our families. It's how you know our history, our culture. Now you can talk about them, people who don't know anything about us. It's how you wave that flag, como el compañero estaba waving that flag, that beautiful flag up there in the back, que no lo pueden meter. Ahí llegó la bandera puertorriqueña de la isla gigante. And it's how we keep dear these kinds of things, how we attend these kind of programs, how we decide to come and spend a Saturday afternoon that we could have been doing something else, but we decided to be here to enjoy this music and enjoy this presentation, to enjoy the work of Yesenia Lopez and many people right here in the library. So, and the beautiful Boricua community of Newark, New Jersey. So, about almost 8, maybe 9 years ago, I attended a major conference on social justice issues in North Carolina. And in North Carolina, the whole conference was about social justice, and especially the criminal legal system. And we all know that needs a lot more justice than what it already has. And I learned this verse from these organizers at the conference that I always wanted to perform as part of a body of drumming that we call Yuba de Puerto Rico. So we're going to start with that verse, and then we're going to morph it into a song that you're very, very familiar with. I'm sure you already heard it before. So I'm going to interpret the first verse, and then Bianca Vélez, he's on my right, there you are, is going to interpret the second one. And we're going to go forward. ¿Se puede?
Sí se puede.
We are the children of the ones who would not die. We are the children of the people who can fly. We are the children of the ones who persevere. We are fearless, we are strong, and we live to carry on.
We are the children of the ones who will not die. We are the children of the people who give up. We are the children of the ones who persevere. We are fearless, we are strong, and we live to carry on. Tú no puedes comprar el viento, tú no puedes comprar el sol, tú no puedes comprar la lluvia, tú no puedes comprar el calor, tú no puedes comprar las nubes, tú no puedes comprar los colores, tú no puedes comprar mi alegría, tú no puedes comprar mi dolores, tú no puedes comprar el viento. Não se pode comprar vento, não se pode comprar o sol, não se pode comprar a chuva, não se pode comprar o calor, não se pode comprar as nuvens, não se pode comprar o cookies, não se pode comprar garantia, não se pode comprar o meu cookie, não se pode comprar. No se puede comprar, no se puede. Uno puede comprar el sol, uno puede comprar la lluvia, uno puede comprar el calor, uno puede comprar mi alegría, tú no puedes comprar mi dolor, tú no puedes comprar el viento, tú no puedes comprar el sol. Eres mi luz, tanto para que se escucha. No te pides. No puedes comprar mi vida.
A big hand as well to Vivian Warfield on the chickadee. Brandon and Chris on guitars.
Cuatro puertorriqueños.
El cuatro puertorriqueño. No es cualquier guitarra, eso es verdad. Ahí está.
Brian.
Oh, yes, Juanita. So many years ago in Jersey City, where I was born and raised, we learned that what we used to call El Rio, the Hudson River. And we would grow up and go to high school, and we would always say to those of us, and I see my man Louis Diaz, who went to Ferris High School like I did in Jersey City. And if you wanted to go hang out, drink a couple of beers, you say, I'll meet you at the river. That was a long time ago. And many, many, many years later, they started calling it the riverfront, the waterfront. The waterfront.
Then the rent went up.
And the rent went up. And then what used to be downtown Port at Jersey City, which was full of Puerto Ricans, was no longer Puerto Rican as it used to be. But that's okay. We're still there. We're gonna make it happen. So these two songs are actually written in part. I'm sorry, Nanette, you said. Ale.
I was gonna say, and let's make sure we stay.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay,
Sigan la lucha, porque no nos van a borrar.
That's right. They're not gonna erase us.
Been here, still here.
So the good news is that I was able to put some of these thoughts in writing when I wrote a song for my mother, Juanita Ponte. It se llama Juanita Cruz al Charco. And then years later, I used one verse of that song to get another song for my aunt, Arsenia Aponte. So her song is called Tía Arsenia. And then since we have the incredible talents of people like Brandon and the Cuatro Puertorriqueño, we put them all together in one song. And we've been doing this song for kids for the last last month plus with children all over New Jersey and schools all over New Jersey. Se llama Juanita, cruza el charco y te enseña. ¿Se puede?
Y se puede.
One more thing, I got to my left, the incredible Saya 40, who's been playing the music of bomba and plena and learning how to dance since the age of 8. And to my immediate right, who's been learning bomba and plena, she's been in her mother's belly, Rosa Cartagena, our daughter. Puede.
Hey.
Como hombre estoy cruzando las olas de agua brava, un lugar que honrara, trabajo vino buscando, llegando aquí explorando, consiguió apartamento y dijo con sentimiento, quiero aquí establecer un hogar lleno de fe, te grito a los 4 vientos. Decía mi mamá viajando sola de calle, allá dejó suelto el buey y la brisa de la palma. En Jersey halló la calma de trabajar en factoría, de familia no carecía, porque a fijarse bien llegan en un santiamén para darle alegría. Y en Downtown Jersey City había gente trabajadora, junto a Toño y a Flora, y otros con frenesí. En una iglesia que hubo aquí, celebraron misa hispana los domingos de mañana. Iban para San Bonifacio y ahí crea su espacio en una iglesia alemana. Los buenos quedan poco en la quinta de Arcenia. Un cobajonio y arrega, en los frágil yo me enfoco y a los idiotas les revoco su licencia de arrogancia. Se llevan de su infancia, dejen esa pendeja. Esto es comunidad sin motivo de ganar. Como rosas de gardenias en la quinta de Arcenia. Como rosas y gardenias en la quinta de Arcenia. En el norte la conocí, viviendo cerca del río. Ella ya sufriendo el frío en un apartamento allí. En la quinta de Arcenia. como rosas y gardenias, en la quinta de Arcenia. Cada punto quedan pocos, en la quinta de Arcenia, como rosas y gardenias, en lo frágil yo me enfoco.
Como rosas y gardenias, en la quinta de Arcenia, como rosas y gardenias, en la quinta de Arcenia.
Y a los Iopi les revoco su licencia de arrogancia que llevan de su infancia,
Y
que de lo bueno quedan poco.
como rosas y gardenias, en la quinta de Arcenia,
Por rosas y gardenias,
en la quinta de Arcenia.
dejan esa pendeja, dejan esa ingratitud, también de su actitud, que no es comunidad. Como rosas y gardenias,
En la quinta de Arcenia,
los buenos quedan pocos. De lo bueno 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 quedan pocos. De lo bueno. De lo bueno quedan pocos. De lo bueno quedan pocos. De lo bueno quedan pocos.
Bomba puertorriqueña. Aquí en Newark. Gozando.
Ajá. Ok, y'all.
Ya sabes que hacemos
sabes.
clase, ¿verdad? Hacemos clase. Pueden aprender de estos jóvenes de tambor, de baile, de canto, historia. Segundaquimbamba.org.
So, esta próxima canción es de Kili Vializ. Kili Vializ es un bombero plenero de Mayagüez, Puerto Rico. You're saying to me about that. And the beautiful part about Kili Vializ is that we got to meet him many years ago. I got to meet him many years ago because of he was doing broadcast out of a radio station in Mayagüez, Puerto Rico, on Bomba and Plena. I'm gonna guess now, 15, almost 20 years ago. It was the only time that we had a dedicated radio program to Bomba and Plena, and that was almost 20 years ago. And now Bomba and Plena has really taken off on the island and all over the diaspora. So that's the deal. Kili Vializ. Se llama, ¿cómo se llama la canción? Preséntala.
La canción se llama Los Rosales. La primera vez que la cantó Así que tengo la letra aquí, por si me ven, yo no estoy Instagramming, tengo la letra aquí, ¿ok? Y nada, pues vamos. En un ritmo calinda. Y vamos a tirar. Ay, los rosales, llévame a los rosales, lo más. Ay, que no me cae, los rosales, sabe cuánto cuesta, y no sé cuánto es que vale. Ay, que a los 400 no sé lo que se mi sufrimiento y mi cura no llévame a los Qué lindo, Kiki, bailando.
Thank you all. Thank you, Bianca. Kiki was bailando. And now, oh, by the way, before I forget, the song before that, Juanita Senia, the dancer was which again? Michi, Calpena. Who, by the way, is going to interpret the next song.
Aquí hay mayagüezano. Hay mayagüezano porque estamos tirando mucha bomba de Mayagüez. Anyway, shout out to the people of Mayagüez. This next song is also by Mayagüezana, and it's she's talking about Coco Ballet, which is kind of like the martial arts of bomba. Like a lot of bomba, it's all oral tradition, so a lot of it was like, you know, underground. And so in the recent years, like Juan mentioned before, bomba and plena are coming more to the surface as we're really getting more in touch with our roots. And Coco Ballet is one of those things. So there's a group in Puerto Rico called Proyecto Coco Ballet that does Coco Ballet for babies. It's amazing. But anyway, I go off on a tangent. So we got to plant that seed in the youth. Y aquí vamos, la Coco Balera. Yo soy la bomba de Mayagüez, saque la venta para que sepa usted que de tanto que Coco vale, hoy no va a ir eso de la mujer. Dale. Yo soy la bomba de Mayagüez, que sepa usted que de tanto que Coco vale, hoy no va a ir eso de la mujer. Allá en el monte se oye cantar y la palera se fue para el río buscando ramas y la madre limpio se armó para el Coco Vale, Tragantamonde, grito de guerra de la palera, FPA de mi Congo, FPA de mi Coco Vale. Yo soy la bomba de Mayagüez. Que sepa usted, en su cabeza corones flores, en su cuello collar de espinas y madronas, se fue al oído al monte, pa'l Coco Vale, Tragantamonde, grito de la palera, FPA en mi Congo, FPA en mi Coco Vale. Yo soy la bomba de Mayagüez, la que la vengo para que sepa usted, que de tanto en mi Coco Vale, de esos de la mujer. Allá en el monte se oye cangar y la palera se fue para el río buscando ramas y el palo limpio se armó para el Coco Vale, Tragantamonde, grito de guerra de la palera, FPA en mi Congo, FPA en mi Coco Vale, FPA en mi Congo. FPA en mi Coco Vale, Coco, FPA en mi Coco Vale, FPA en mi Congo, FPA en mi Coco Vale, FPA en mi Coco, FPA en mi Coco Vale, FPA en mi Coco. Si varón no se me va a monte, mi Congo, FPA, mi Gangamonte, mi Congo, mi Congo, mi Congo, FPA, mi Gangamonte, mi Congo, mi Congo,
FPAM, mi Coco Valdez. Dale. Vivi, en el baile, Vivi.
Vivi,
Kikini, anda primo.
Kiki en el primo, Rosa Buleador, Saya Buleador, Bianca Buleador, Nanene en el cuá, Michi, la maraca.
La bomba es de la mujer. Wow. Wow, what power, ¿verdad? But let's remember, vamos recordando que ese poder, lo que sentimos, that power, you have it too. We all have it. And there's certain things that call us. So always remember, we have the power. Okay? Nunca se olviden que ustedes tienen el poder de ser cambio. La próxima bomba.
Bambulae. Bambulae.
Aquí la oportunidad que suban a bailar, ¿verdad?
Por ahí la conocen.
ya
Van a salir, le van a dar
El coro
ejemplo.
pasa.
You're gonna get they're gonna come out to dance and you're gonna see, and it's the sika, ¿verdad? Am I right? Sika. Gracias. Yeah, I wanted to say sika. If you know sika, then it's sika in a faster tempo, which makes it a gracima. So es más rápido, pero si conoces sika, lo puede bailar porque simplemente es the tempo, the speed that changes. ¿Vale? Encima.
And just to be clear, the word bambula is a word that refers both to the larger genre of music similar to bomba, like bomba, guoca, garifuna music, tumba francesa, different genres that are similar to this one. And it also means in the Kikongo language to remember. So when we say bambulae, it's meaning start the music, but then also let us remember where we come from. Very important message.
Y el coro dice, Bambulae.
Bambulae.
Baila con todos los pies. Baila con todos los pies. Yo te la bailo a ti, mamá. Te la bailo a ti, papá. Todos a celebrar, vamos todos a pasear, vamos todos a celebrar.
La bomba se tocó bien. Diga Macundi. Diga Macundi. Diga Macundi. Diga Macundi. Diga Macundi. Ay, mamá, papá. Diga Macundi. Diga Macundi. Diga Macundi. Estamos Segunda Quimbamba. Estamos Diga Macundi.
Mira aquí, vamos a ¿Quién va? ¿Quién va? ¿Quién va a bailar? Vamos a ver. There you go. Vamos a ver. Mickey, I see you, Rick. Vamos a ver.
Baila, baila, no solo quiere. Baila, baila, papi, papá. Baila, baila, segunda quimbamba. La bomba, mi mamá. La bomba, mi mamá.
Vamos a ver. Let's go. Vamos a ver. You can't get it wrong. Te sigue a ti. El baril te sigue a ti. Este es ¿Quién va? ¿Quién va?
Vamos todos a celebrar. Vamos todos a cambiar. Regando la quimbamba. Esta bomba, mi papá. Segunda quimbamba. Llegando son los pies. Nos sacamos tanto bien. Como acelera. Llega bajo usted. Bajo usted. Llega bajo usted. La vaina no somos bien. Estamos atacando bien. Estamos atacando papá. Bajo usted. Bajo usted. Pegando papá. Ahora que te va a formar. Desde ahora vamos a ir al balón mañana. Esta bomba que no se acaba. Tanto solo vivir. Desde canto un solo vivir. Allá, allá. Con ustedes, Segunda Quimbamba. Presentarle a ustedes que please bow their hand, please, some of my members of the group. Cynthia. Who's right here from Newark, también de Newark. Está Christian. Ajá. Vivian. Brandon. Bibi. Her real name is Bibiana, but you know how it is. Kiki. Bianca. Chris. Saya. Nishi.
Rosa. Nanette. My name is Juan. Gracias a ustedes. Que Dios los bendiga. Thank you so much. Gracias. I'm going to ask a favor of the band to stay here. I want to take a couple of pictures. And I definitely want, there's one person in the audience that I forgot to mention by name before, but this man has been responsible for documenting as well the life of Latinos in the state of New Jersey. He's been on TV. He's been Emmy nominated. He's an Emmy winner. The guy is amazing. Multi-Emmy award winner. Willie Sanchez. Thank you, Willie. We want to take a picture with Willie. He's amazing. Mira, gracias a ustedes. Gracias a ustedes de todo corazón. Thank you so much. Y que viva el Caribe, que vive Centroamérica, que viva Latinoamérica, que viva nosotros los hispanos aquí. Some people sit.
We're just taking a picture. You can stand up, right? Yeah.